Every year, technology providers are on the edge of their seats to find the latest results of global research in advisory firm Gartner's annual advisory of great performing and promising technology systems. Gartner, using a unique methodology Magic Quadrant, provides a comprehensive and graphical competitive positioning of different technology providers, recognizing them among four classes: as a leader, a visionary, a niche player, and a challenger. This year, in the area of digital experience platforms, Gartner welcomes a new entrant, digital experience company Magnolia, successfully earning the status of niche player for its DX platform, Magnolia DX Score. I'm Shaina, the Regional Editor of MARKETECH APAC, and welcome to the first episode of MARKETECH Spotlight, where we give the spotlight and the seat to organizations that have shown innovation and ingenuity in marketing and technology. For our first episode, we have invited the General Manager of Magnolia for APAC, Don Lee, to know more about this rising Magnolia DX Score platform and what this newly earned recognition from Gartner means not just for Magnolia, but for the industry of digital experience. Without further ado, let's all please welcome Don, who's speaking with us straight from Singapore.
Hi guys. Good
morning.
Hi
Don. Is it still lockdown in Singapore?
We've opened up. Life is pretty much normal. It's just we have to wear a mask everywhere we go.
Yeah, pretty much the same for everybody. Yeah,
government's doing a good job. You know, it's a new normal, so we just have to get adjusted to that.
Yeah, great. So first of all, Don, congratulations for being in the Magic Quadrant of Gartner for the first time this year. So yeah, such a feat for Magnolia. So could you give us first like an overview of what Magnolia is?
Yeah, sure. So Magnolia is a world-class enterprise content management system. We're rated top in flexibility and speed by many analysts. We originated in Basel, Switzerland. So many brands use us as the core in building a future-proof composable DXP, which is a digital experience platform. We're a global organization, and in APAC alone, we have 5 offices to support our customers and partners.
So, I could just imagine how much of a milestone and the feat this is to Magnolia. So how do you feel about being part of this Magic Quadrant for the first time? And why do you think that it is at this time or at this point that it entered the list for DXP?
Look, first of all, absolutely delighted, everybody. It's a pleasant surprise to enter that for the first time, enter the DXP Magic Quadrant. And on top of that, leading the way in our quadrant. We never expected that. And I think that's testament to all that customer success and the value that clients get out of our solutions. So why do you think we entered for the first time? Well, we have been standing out more and more, increasingly and more recently, due to our reputation of punching above our weight, especially around the powerful features of our Composable Dxp, while retaining the speed, the industry-leading speed of deployment. And Magnolia is also becoming the choice of many notable brands globally, and also in APAC, which Gartner mentioned specifically in the report. So the international standing of our brand is now elevated to a point where we are taken seriously, despite the relatively nimble size of the company. Yeah.
Oh, that's really great. So could just to set the tone of the conversation further, so could you just first explain to us what the digital experience platform is?
Okay, it's a good question, since we usually use a lot of techie terms for DXP.
Yes, that's right.
I would say a DXP essentially is a piece of technology that allows marketing to create and manage and orchestrate, deliver and optimize personalized digital experiences across all touch points of a customer's digital journey. So why would I want a DXP? We know that with better experiences, customers become more loyal and consequently, revenue goes up. But additionally, your brand reputation is enhanced because of these customers as they share by word of mouth their experience of using your brand. And all this help with richer customer life cycles. And the way to really do this in a systematic, proper way is to use a DXP. Without this technology to support your strategy, you may have great experiences at certain touch points, but the holistic experience is always going to be clunky. And we know customers, they don't care about isolated experiences. To them, it should be a seamless and perfect journey. Hence, this is why a DXP is mandatory if you want to build a great digital experience.
So in the report, Gartner noted the best and the best capabilities and the strengths of the DX Core platform, and then also proceeded to naming some of the caution points or areas of improvement. So we want to go further on what your response to these areas of improvement. But first, I just want to note what the Gartner report said about your strengths. So the Core platform actually provides a connector-rich framework and modular architecture. It enables incremental delivery and the ability to build digital experiences from best-of-breed components. It presents a lower barrier to entry, so especially with its open source community edition as a starting point and lower total cost of ownership. And of course, Magnolia's momentum is growing. This enables DXP buyers in the new regions such as APAC to consider it for their shortlist. So congratulations on that. But with the caution points, Gartner did say that it enables customers to build a DXP from first and third party capabilities, the platform from analytics to personalization. But this approach may be less attractive to prospects looking for a more packaged DXP solution. So what's your response to this, and what does Magnolia plan on doing about this?
Okay, well, Magnolia is really focused on being a composable DXP. So we've seen in recent years that there's been a clear shift in market demand from a single vendor DXP suite to ecosystems of integrated best-of-breed solutions, best-of-breed platforms, right? Magnolia is at the forefront of this revolution, providing modern enterprises with a far more agile and powerful alternative to cumbersome software suites. We're essentially seeing the sunrise for composable platforms like ours that give enterprises a much faster way to launch digital experiences. And the first but clear glimpse of the sunsetting for the suite platforms, because they are simply too slow for the modern enterprise. It's a natural evolution for this market in which overly complex suites are replaced by a new approach. It also doesn't help that the investment for a suite platform is substantially more, and with too many overkill features in the early phase of the brand's digital adoption.
All right, so Gartner also noted that the Core platform has a modular framework. So for everybody's knowledge and clarification, can you just explain it to us, what a modular framework is?
A modular design is when you partition a system into discrete and scalable and reusable modules. So I guess for a modular framework, you have the creation of many small independent scripts that represents modules which you can then test independently and then recombine them. The advantages to this method is you get consistency in development, you get reduced development time, and of course, flexibility.
All right, so this is, you would say that this is this architecture or structure is what makes the Core platform flexible and easy to adopt for companies.
Absolutely, and for testing as well.
Yes. So could you share with us, I know that we've already enumerated and laid out the key strengths that Gartner noted about the platform. So could you, what we want to ask from you and what we want you to share is a client experience. So could you share with us a client that you've helped with the DX Core platform and they've adopted the DX Core platform?
Okay, so let me tell you first what we are trying to do, right? It's our vision of a composable DXP is built of deeply integrated best-of-breed solutions. And this will enable brands to incrementally build a high-performance DXP that leverages existing proven components and services. Our advanced experience authoring and content management features coupled with a modern tech stack would empower all stakeholders. Now, this combination would enable the launch of new digital products and differentiated experiences at unprecedented speed. In the case of a more recent customer, Ping An Insurance. It's one of the largest financial institutions in the world. The transition from the old CMS system was effortless, right? Requiring only a team of 2 CMS backend developers. The total time took less than 2 months to be completed. Since its launch, editors have been able to update daily content consistently across any channel or any platform with minimal errors and no major issue whatsoever. What they experience in terms of benefits to using us is, since the implementation, they have experienced more than 3 times growth in site traffic and a 66% reduction in content update time.
So right now I want to talk about your expansion plans, because Gartner did say that there's still room for improvement when it comes to the visibility of the platform outside Europe and in APAC. So I want to know more about the APAC. So what are your expansion plans for Magnolia, and in what markets do you still see yourself extending the platform to?
So look, I totally agree with this. I think we have low visibility in APAC. Magnolia is better known in Singapore for milk and ice cream. So now people are getting used to the fact that we do great CMS as well. But jokes aside, I think we've been fixated on customer success since day one, and we'll continue to do so, upholding our promise of project success as the top priority. We also aim to empower more Magnolia practitioners, whether they are from clients or partners, and we want to widen the Magnolia community. We realize also we are very popular among developers, but marketers, they have very little visibility about us simply because we don't market ourselves a lot. And if we don't tell people who we are, they would never know. So what we're trying to do is to duplicate our success at the operational level, which is with developers and operational managers and project managers. We want to duplicate this at the management level, with marketers, etc. So we are opening up offices in Bangkok. In fact, we just launched that 2 days ago in collaboration with a partner there. And we plan to open up yet another office in Shenzhen in China, on top of the existing one in Shanghai. So this makes sense given we have local teams based in these 2 regions to support our partners and clients better. And we know APAC is a region where we don't just speak one single language, Asian, we don't share a single culture. Everything is very different. And just like how we believe in giving customers a personalized service, we need to take that approach to our customers as well, which is why there is a need to set up these local offices to support them better.
Yes, yeah. So that's really great. Even more so, even before the pandemic, and even more so now, the digital lifestyle of people are being more cemented, and I'm pretty sure that a lot more organizations are looking to digitize their operations. So that's really nice to hear that you're expanding to these markets in the future. Yeah. So on that note, I want you to share with us what your tips are for organizations that are looking for a DX core platform. First, for some organizations, it may be still an uncharted territory. It can still be an intimidating endeavor for them. So what can you advise them in looking for the perfect platform for their operations?
Right. I think you meant DXP, because DX core is our product. So let's talk about DXP. I think DXP, it's a buzzword that all organizations are keen to translate into reality, but the undertaking is often complex. So first of all, I would recommend they focus on a few key facets of digital experience, which they want to succeed in, and which would correlate directly to the business objectives. So for example, they might want to drive more clicks, more call to actions, maybe more organic progress from the basic customer journey touchpoints to the heavyweight touchpoints, which would have a direct impact, or direct correlation to conversions. So that would be the first point. The second step would be to build a modular organic DXP that has the capability to help them achieve their DX goals faster as they observe results. So it's very organic. This DXP should be able to easily integrate with the usual digital marketing functions like analytics or marketing automation, or even e-commerce, and even integrate with legacy systems. So this way you ensure that change disruption is kept to a minimum for those organizations with a very complex process in place. And your evolution of this DXP platform would be very organic, right? Not so much like a digital transformation, but more like a digital evolution, because that makes sense. With transformation, there's a lot of change, there's a lot of disruption, and that affects BAU, which is business as usual. But with well-planned evolution, it is something where you could then evolve a tech stack into something that fits your business perfectly. So you basically build your own marketing cloud. So that's the second point, I think. Following this and paying attention to not just the ROI, but the progress of the audiences in the customer journey funnel, right? You would be able to determine the next MarTech function you want to build upon, which makes sense. So, as you have your customer journey, you have your sales funnel or customer journey funnel, and you see where the majority of them are. If they're progressing and you have a bulk here, then it makes sense for you to start building a MarTech function around this area. So for example, a CDP, a customer data platform, or optimization tool, to address that. So this way you eliminate the need to invest heavily upfront in a bulky proprietary solution. You won't get sucked into an ecosystem that you can't get rid of, but you would have an adaptable, robust, and nimble platform which reacts to trends and disruptions. Events, which we see happening more and more on a frequent basis, especially this new normal that we are now in. I guess to sum it up, investing in a composable DXP is key because it will allow you to integrate with new or legacy MarTech functions seamlessly. You get to build a best-of-breed tech stack that is bespoke and optimized for the workings and nuances of your brand, which is a customized experience platform, if you will. This will give your marketers control over the budget and strategy, and basically allowing them to focus on the task at hand without worries or pressure on ROI. So yeah, that's my advice.
Yeah, so revisiting the business objectives, a modular DXP, and also being on the constant lookout for the customer journey and sales funnels. So thank you so much, Don, for those insights. I'm pretty sure that anyone who's watching right now is more aware of what DXP they should adopt and how to sort of integrate that into their operations. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So thank you for tuning in, everybody. We have more insightful and intelligent conversations in store for you for the next episodes of MARKETECH Spotlight. If you think your organization deserves a spotlight, please reach out to us at spotlight@marketech-apac.com, and we'd be happy to put the spotlight next on you. Until next time.